Hello everybody, and welcome to the Deisel Ryan Goalkeeping channel. Today I'm going to be talking about and reviewing the Adidas Predator Pro CLIMACOOL gloves. Now, these gloves are a novelty of the industry. I have gone through about 2 or 3 pairs of these gloves, and let me just show you. Let me show you this on the finger. Look at that. Look at the way that the latex is separating from the glove there. That is not a durable glove, and I'm going to tell you everything about this glove, all of my experiences wearing them and what you can learn about them. So what makes these gloves so special in my eyes is that it's made for hot weather. It's made to cool down your hands in hot games and in hot environments, which in the Australian summer can be ever so vital when you're in the middle of a game and your hands are sweating. It's 40 degrees Celsius. It can become a bit unbearable at times. The latex itself has holes within the palm to let your hand breathe, and I thought that was the best feature of these gloves. While they did last, as well as in the back, you can see there are holes within the finger, like this spongy texture within them to let your backhand breathe while you're playing. This texture continues down the backhand of the glove, all across through the red, through the blue, and that is probably the greatest feature of this glove and what really drew me to continuously buy pairs and pairs of this same glove despite the fact they barely last. Let's talk about why these gloves fail miserably in some aspects. The durability is terrible. And let me tell you, I look after my gloves. I wash them after games, I rinse them before games. I only apply glove glue to gloves that I know can handle it. These gloves can't handle anything. When it comes to playing on hard surfaces, and I'm not talking about concrete, I'm talking about 40-degree day, all the grass on the ground is dead. It's shit to dive on, it hurts. You need a glove that can sustain that, but will also let your hand breathe. I use these gloves for about 2 games. This is my latest pair of these gloves. I used these gloves for about 2 games in the middle of the Australian summer. They tore to shreds. Like as I showed you with the pinky, these gloves cannot last to save their life, which I found really disappointing on Adidas's part. As I mentioned with the ClimaWarm gloves, these gloves are catered towards the environment where it's going to be hot, it's going to be dry, and you need latex that will actually survive. And by all means, this does not survive. In fact, it fails miserably. There is no punching zone on the backhand. There's the Predator letters, which are plastic, and on your little finger and your index and middle finger, you do have the standardized latex that you would have at the front, as well as on the fingers, you've got the negative cut style stitch into the finger. But there's no embossing, there's no punching, whatever. I do give Adidas the leeway here. You shouldn't be able to buy these gloves anymore. These gloves came out in 2010 or 2011. There's only a few places online where you can actually still buy them from. They're one of the few gloves that you can still get around today that still have these old style holes in the palm so your hands can breathe. It's what's drawn me to continuously buy these gloves over and over again. That is my personal decision. If you're looking to buy gloves that will last you an entire season, if not half, if not a quarter, do not buy these gloves. These gloves last a very small amount of time and the latex diminishes as such. A good aspect, however, despite me bagging these gloves for so much of the video, a great part about these gloves is that although the latex isn't sticky when you clap your hands together, when you actually come to catch the ball, the friction is unbelievable. I found myself catching 99% of shots that came towards my way without slipping or anything. And this is the old style Adidas latex. This isn't like the new URG 1.0 or the URG 2.0. This was before that. This latex is amazing. And I'm thinking, despite the fact that it shreds and whatever, why don't we have something of this caliber today from Adidas? Why don't we have gloves that instead of relying on stickiness to cause the friction, it's actually the formation of the latex that actually causes the friction to make the catch. If there was a glove that was like this that came out today, forget the backhand. The backhand's far gone. They can't do anything about this backhand. But if they were to use the latex at the front of this hand, slightly upgrade it, take in, put out, whatever it is to kind of make it a bit more sustainable, then I don't see why people who live in hot environments, such as myself for the majority of the time, will not heavily invest in these types of gloves. Because these gloves are what we need in environments such as the Australian summer, and something that, as I've said once again, has drawn me to numerous times to continuously buy these gloves whenever they wear out, which, as I've said many times again, is quite frequently. Might sound crazy, there's no odor. When you put on these gloves, when you wear them, even when you got sunscreen on your hands, they maintain no odor. You never, sure, yes, you wash them for the sake of rejuvenating the latex, but there's no need to wash the gloves and rejuvenate the latex on the premise that they stink. These gloves, in that aspect, are brilliant for maintaining their, the way they smell. The strap, as I've mentioned before in other videos, has that Adidas full-on wraparound type strap, which I personally dislike. A lot of goalkeepers out there do prefer that style of lock-in. Personally, that's not for me, but if that is your thing, it's your thing. The wrist insert, as opposed to the CLIMACOOL gloves, is very loose. But then again, that just allows you to wrap the wrist strap even tighter if that's your thing. I personally enjoy this looser one, as it is made out of the breathable material, as I've been raving about ever so much throughout this video. Regardless, that is it for my review of the Adidas Predator Pro CLIMACOOL gloves. I really do hope that Adidas do release another version of these gloves as they have with the ClimaWarm. Although there is not a lot of people out there who would be directly playing in these extremely hot environments, it would be sincerely appreciated on behalf of us, and I'm pretty sure if they did fix up the problems, if they did give a good backhand to it, if they did fix up the durability of the latex, then this would be one of the most unbelievable gloves, in my opinion, of course. If I was to rate these gloves out of a 5-star rating, I would rate them 2.5 stars. Hold on. On the premise that, at their best, I would say maybe 4.5, 5 stars at their best. But the fact that the threshold that these gloves are good lasts such a small amount of time, it has to come back to a 2, 2.5. Which I feel bad saying, because how much I've loved these gloves while using them, it doesn't make up for the fact that they last for a solid 5 minutes. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and feel free to give me any feedback in the comments below, as I will be responding to all of your comments. See you later.